Our first cruise.
I gave into the hype. I tried a cruise. My name is Billy Russell, and I am from Austin, Texas, and it has been a long time since I had taken a vacation since the pandemic. And so I got my roommate together, and we decided that we were going to do our first cruise. I had heard good and bad things about cruises, never had a family member other than one person had gone on a cruise, so I was ready to try it. And so we did some searching and what cruise lines we liked the best. We really liked the Royal Drink Package, and it happened to have one that was near Austin in Galveston, Texas. And so we decided to pack our bags and go on a cruise. We always like to make an adventure of our travels, so we decided to stop off in Houston, Texas, for a little side trip on our way to the cruise. The cruise didn't start until Sunday, so it meant we got Friday and Saturday that we could kind of play around with. And so we met up with some friends in Houston and had a great time. We stayed at an Airbnb in Montrose. It's a part of Houston, really nice neighborhood and close to a lot of bars and restaurants. We met our friends there, had a really great night, just loved the night. Our friends had a really fun time, and we got back around 2 a.m. in the morning. And we got up in the morning and headed to the Galleria, did a little shopping that I'll talk about later. And then we headed off to Galveston. Now, one of the lucky things that I have is my sister lives in Galveston, so I was able to drop my vehicle off at her house rather than pay for the cruise parking. In a cruise I did later on, I did pay for the parking. I think it was a 4-day cruise, and it was about $75 for the 4 or 5 days we were there. So it's not too expensive to park your car, but it was nice being able to save that money by parking at my sister's house. Then we headed off to where we were staying, Hotel Galvez. And Hotel Galvez is one of my favorite places. I visited Galveston as a child a lot because my grandmother lived in Galveston, but we never got to stay at the hotel because we always stayed at her house. And I always wanted to stay at the Galvez, and so this was my chance. And in fact, one of the other reasons I really liked it because when I was a kid, there was a postcard that I wanted to purchase at an antique shop in Galveston, and it had marked off the spot where the person had stayed in the hotel. And when I went back to go buy it, it was gone. And so ever since then, I've always wanted to stay at the Galvez. Also, when going there, we just had a great time. Beautiful inside. They were doing some construction. The construction is no longer. I know that it's final now, and it's so beautiful. I've seen the pictures. We did take advantage of the pool. The pool is very pretty. It's on the right side. They have a swim-up bar that's absolutely amazing. And at night, I like to go to the hot tub at night, but they have a really big pool and a swim-up bar with it, and it's really cool. I really enjoy doing that. And the interior of the hotel is beautiful as well. There's a little history area. They have a spa, I know. They have a beautiful bar that's really old time and a coffee shop. And we had just a great time there. Loved it. And it was everything I wanted it to be.
Having too much fun in Galveston.
Next day we got up and got ready for embarkation day. We were excited. It was our first cruise, so we got up fairly early and got to the Galveston port. Now, at the time, the Galveston port was their main cruise terminal, which is now the Carnival Cruise Terminal. Royal has its own terminal now, but we had decided I believe it was Terminal 1 at the time, and we got there and found out that our COVID tests were done too early. So we had to go run all the way down past the Carnival cruise area and take a COVID test and go back, and it cost us another $300. The good thing is you don't have to worry about that in the cruising world anymore, but at the time you did, and it was very annoying, but we made it, and we got through all of the little steps that you got to get through in order to make it to the cruise. And that's where they ask you so many times for your license and your or your passport and your boarding card and so forth. I think we got asked like 5 times to see those documents throughout the process. And it just seems with when COVID was happening, they were just asking for it more and more and more. And then there's the step, of course, where you've got to show your passport and they've got to scan the passport, and that always takes a long time. It wasn't that long. There wasn't that long of a line, and because of the pandemic, the cruise was not as full as it typically was, and it will be here in the future. But it was nice. We made it through fairly quickly and relatively painless.
We passed the screening and now up the elevators. Now to getting on the ship. Singing along. Watching the ice skating show. Nightly views. First shore excursion started day 3 in Cozumel. Headed to the shore from the ship. We always like to start Cozumel with a drink from Margaritaville. Scuba diving in Cozumel. Eating at our favorite restaurant in Cozumel, Novena Ola. Loving the views. Finding our first duck. Second shore excursion, day 4, in Costa Maya. We did the all-inclusive beach club. For $20 we took a boat and did some private snorkeling. Third shore excursion day 5 in Roatan Island in Honduras. We did horseback riding on the beach. It was too slow and boring. Never again. We came back, got a driver, and explored. Ate some amazing food. Beautiful overlook. Shore excursion 4, day 6, was Belize. After a Tinder, boat ride, we made it to the Lamanai ruins. Lamanai is one of the largest and oldest Maya ceremonial sites within the region, consisting of over 700 impressive structures. Going home, they let us ride on top. It was awesome. Now tendering home. We had one last day on the boat and headed home. Our favorite place on this boat was the casino. We met a lot of people there, our favorite being Bling Bling and Boo, and a couple people we actually ran into on later cruises. Anthony got into the acupuncture. But watch out, they will overcharge you for the creams. We got charged $8,000 and had to return them. Our favorite place to eat was Izumi. We fell in love with Effie jewelry on the cruise. We purchased a black diamond necklace in Cozumel and a black diamond ring on the ship. We got a great deal. They gave us a over $1,000 set with ring, bracelet and necklace made malachite as part of the deal. In Cozumel, I also purchased a 935 gold-plated Byzantine necklace and tanzanite ring. It may be fake, but I do like it a lot. In further cruises you will hear a lot about the necklace and the drama around it. We hope you enjoyed our video. Please hit like and or subscribe for future videos if you enjoyed it.